Hello. Welcome to my review and thoughts on RWBY Volume 1 and 2. Okay, this is my first time YouTubing, so y'all gonna go easy on me. So, Volume 1, it actually one of my least favorite volumes. I think the fights are awesome, but I just think that over half of the episodes, like the the middle part, was just a little just kind of pointless to me. I kind of just found it boring, the middle part. The first part was good, and the part when they had to make their teams, that was one of my favorite parts. And the part for the ending part, where they also had to fight, I guess, was also okay. Well, I'm not sure if they fought. I can't remember. It's been a little while since I wore it, but it's one of my least favorite volumes. But overall, it's a very good volume. Honestly, I wouldn't even lie about that. I love RWBY, all volumes. I really love it. But this is one of my least favorite volumes. But I'll get deeper into my review right about now. Okay, Glenda. She's one of my fave characters. I was so mad. She was so wasted. Like her powers, she was one of the most powerful out there for me, and she was also my favorite because I always love powerful female characters. But she was just like the beginning where she fought Cinder mysteriously and Roman, and then after that she never almost I like she barely fought, and that always pissed me off about Monty, about Ruby team. Like, I'm sorry, she deserved better. Um, Respect to Monty though. But yeah, that really pissed me off about that. I wish that there was more about her and her fighting as well. Like her fighting was one of the most interesting thing here. Ruby. I know a lot of people criticize Ruby, but I think she's actually one of the best leaders. Like, this girl is a child. You're expecting her way too much of her. She's a child and she handled things well. Like, I like how they didn't make it look like, oh, she was going to be a great leader since the beginning. She obviously had her flaws, but she handled them perfectly because she's literally a kid. And she handled it perfectly, and I think that people, and I also love this outfit. This is my favorite outfit from her, mostly because I just think the design is really good. But yeah, she's, and I love her what do you call it, a sight, because I'm a sight lover. I love sights. I don't know why. And she's really awesome for a child. Like, she's like 13 in the show when the show first began, and she was still amazing. And I think that she's one of the best out there, and she'll continue to prove y'all. And please go easy on her. She's a child. Like, you can't expect so much from her. Now let's to Blake. I love Blake. I love every Brick Girl movie. In RWBY, I love every girl in RWBY, but I do get a little pissed at her. Like, I understand her personality, but I do think it would be a bit nicer if she was like open to them a bit more. Like, you can't do this alone. First of all, you're a teenager. You can't stop this all alone. You're like, I'm glad she realized that later on the volumes. But as I watched volume 1 and 2 and kind of 3 and 3 as well, like even 4, like it's still like all the way to volume 5, I kind of just pissed at how she kind of handled it. You can't take down the organization by yourself. You're gonna need people for you. But other than that, she's pretty awesome and a good fighter. And she's really pretty too. And I love that she gets to open up her feelings and her emotions to her friends. And that's, I like that about her, but that's just my flaw about her. But other than that, my review about her is pretty good. My thoughts about her, I guess. Now, let's get to Yang. Miss Pretty Yang. That's also my favorite outfit from her. I do think she has flaws in her fighting. Like, it's nice that she's strong and hard-headed when she fights, but it's also one of her biggest flaws because she can face a calculated enemy. Like, it shows in Neo. I don't know if Neo's older or younger than her, but like someone like Neo, she fights someone who's calculated and, or long distance fighter, she's really at flaw. And she uses her emotions to, shoo and fight and kind of stuff. That's gonna be a huge disadvantage for her, but she worked that out later on the volumes. And I'm so glad that her dad told her about that, John. I'm so glad that he told her about that. And that is pretty much all. But she's a good fighter. She just had a lot of flaws. But she works it out in the later volumes, and I'm glad. Now, Weiss. I'm so mad at how she's treated when it comes to fighting. She's always like can never win her own solo fights, but she's actually like if she was utilized properly, Weiss, she would actually be one of the best fighters out there. Like she her swords, like with the things in her swords, like she can do a lot of stuff with it, and she's also a pretty good sword fighter. I think if they made her a little bit more better to fight physically as well with her sword, she would have been undefeatable. Like I just think that she had a lot of potential out there. Also, I like her outfit and she's pretty. Yeah, sure, she doesn't have the best attitude, but who am I to judge, to be honest? But yeah, and I also feel like her powers and her semblance and everything, like they were pretty powerful. Like she could levitate stuff, and she could even her family inheritance power, where she could like summon animals that she has destroyed, or people she has, well, killed with her sword or destroyed with her sword. She could do that, and I think that was pretty amazing. And I do think that it wasn't utilized properly. But yeah, I love Weiss. I think she might be my favorite character next to Ruby. Now let's get to Mr. Jean. Mr. Jean was not the strongest, and let's admit it now, he's still not that great. He's improved a lot. Honestly, good for him. Improved a lot. And but like I'm sorry, he just kind of pissed me off a little bit in volume 1 all the way to 3, all the way to 4 in fact. Like I understand, like no offense, if you're not really that powerful, like if you don't got that much of a thing going on for you, I don't think he should have joined. But then again, he's a great friend and a great help and addition to the team. But yeah, he kind of just pissed me off in volume 1, especially in volume 2. But yeah, he's good now. He improved a lot, and I'm so proud of him right now. So I'll get into that. Neil, my favorite girl of them all, Neil. I love her fighting skill. To me, she would be the best fighter physically next to Cinder, but I think she's a little bit better. Like her fight with Yang was awesome. Her fight with Cinder too was awesome and comes close. But yeah, she has. I also think her powers are not being utilized. Like she's really powerful, but they're not really showing that as much. Like she can transform into anyone, and she can also like kind of disappear. Like when she fought well, not really disappear. I think it's more of an illusion. Like that's really powerful, and I feel like they could have utilized it more. I like volume 3. Like she should have had more battles before she went on her revenge arc for Roman. But yeah, but she's so powerful, and I love her. I don't care if she's a villain. I love her. But yeah, like I really like her. But I do think she could use a little bit more personality. But that makes her unique. So yeah. Cinder, pretty powerful Cinder. I think that she's way too obsessed with power. I perfectly understand after her reading her backstory. Maybe I shouldn't spoil it for you all, but I'm gonna spoil it. But after reading her backstory, I do kind of understand why she's thirsty for power. But at the same time, it's not really worth it. Like, you already the Spring Maiden. Why are you the trying to be taking? She tried to take the other maiden powers, and she's just way too thirsty. But yeah, that's about that. And she was great in volume 1 to 3. But I don't know what kind of happened to her. Nora. I love her weapon. I kind of like her attitude, but it also kind of annoys me as well. But that's just normal. Almost everything annoys me. But yeah, I feel like her hammer power is now full utilized a lot. But yeah, and I guess Ren, I'm not really gonna do that much of a review for him. I kind of find him boring, but he's still cute, I guess. But I just found him boring. But yeah, Nora, she should be my fave character, my fave from John's team. I wish she's my fave out of them. So yeah, that's about it. And let's go to Husband. Osmond kinda, I have a hate and love relationship with Osmond. He's a pretty good person, but he needs to realize that but I kind of understand where he came from when he had people who betrayed him. But it was only like Yeah, I understand that part. But I also feel like you should have trusted those girls. Like for Ruby, they obviously didn't look like they were going to go into the dark side anytime soon. While for Leo, he was a cowardly person. So it was kind of obvious he would fall under Salem because he's literally a coward. So he's not obviously not going to fight against Salem. So I understand that. And yeah, I'm gonna go continue into it. I understand that he has trust issues, but he should also known like he should have trusted the girls better. But he's also a pretty nice teacher overall, and he gives the girls some freedom. Yeah, that's about that for him. This is my first time YouTubing, so y'all gonna have to go easy on me. This is my favorite outfit from the girls, though. I love this outfit. I feel like they should have kept it, or maybe we can have it for another season or another volume. I mean, and also the fight was really awesome. Like the combos and everything was one of the best fight in RWBY history. I'm not even gonna lie. It's one of the best things out there. Overall, for volume one, it's my least favorite. I'm gonna get into volume two real quick. I think the best part for me is like from it goes from like the middle ending part to all the way to the last part where they go with the professor and they camp and look for the monsters, and then they find Roman and the whole rebel thing underground. That's one of my favorite parts. But I would say volume two is one of my maybe top five volumes. I'll do another video on it, but I like it more than volume one. My ranking should be around, I'm not really sure. It changes a lot, but volume 5, volume 6, volume 3, volume 2. So yeah, volume 2 is definitely top 5. The best part for me are like I said, the middle part to the ending part. I really like those. But yeah, but and some people say they think the fights. Well, I'm going to another that on another video because I'm gonna go more in depth on that. But yeah, this is my first time YouTubing. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Have a great day, y'all.